Noah Lyles arrived in Paris for the 2024 Olympics with the weight of expectation on his shoulders. He wasn't just expected to win, he was expected to dominate the Jamaican Keishawn Thompson, who had the fastest time in the 100-meter trials in his native land, Jamaica, and coming into the race to become the heir apparent to Usain Bolt's throne. Lyles had been vocal, comparing himself to the legendary Jamaican sprinter. He exuded confidence, his words dripping with self-belief. The 200 meters was his domain, and he let the world know it. Lyles' confidence was backed by a string of impressive victories. He was the reigning world champion in the 200 meters, having clinched gold in Doha in 2019. His times were blistering, consistently ranking among the fastest in the world. He seemed poised for greatness, ready to etch his name in Olympic history. The 100 meters final arrived, thick with tension and anticipation. The crowd roared as the sprinters took their marks, coiled like springs ready to unleash. The starting gun fired and they exploded out of the blocks, a blur of speed and power. Lyles got off to a strong start, his powerful strides eating up the track. He battled fiercely with fellow American Fred Kerley and Canada's Andre de Grasse. Keishawn Thompson of Jamaica was, however, the one to beat. As they crossed the finish line, it was a photo finish. The crowd held its breath, waiting for the results to flash on the scoreboard. Lyles had won barely. Keishawn Thompson was given the silver. A lot of people on social media said the race was stolen from the Jamaican Thompson and given to the showman Lyles unfairly. They clocked similar times, but the claim was that Lyles' torso was over the line first. It was a victory, but not the dominant performance many had expected. Social media erupted in debate. Was it a clean win, or had Lyles stolen a victory he didn't deserve? The controversy surrounding the 100 meters final seemed to rattle Lyles. He appeared subdued, almost hesitant in his post-race interviews. The usual swagger was gone, replaced by a flicker of doubt.
In a moment of surprising candor, Lyles even admitted to Thompson that he wasn't sure if he had won. "I honestly don't know," he said, shaking his head. "It was so close. I just went for it."
The doubt lingered, a crack in Lyles' armor of invincibility. He had the gold medal, but it lacked the luster of a decisive victory. The 200 meters, Lyles' pet event, was just days away. It was his chance to silence the doubters, to prove his dominance once and for all. As the 200 meters approached, the weight of expectation grew heavier on Lyles' shoulders. He needed a statement performance, a display of dominance that would erase the doubts of the 100 meters.
My demeanor in the lead-up to the race was a study in contrasts. At times, I seemed loose and relaxed, my trademark smile flashing across my face. But there were also moments when the pressure showed, my brow furrowed in concentration.
The world watched, waiting to see which Noah Lyles would show up. The stage was set for a dramatic showdown. The 200 meters final arrived, the air thick with anticipation. Lyles, in lane 5, was the overwhelming favorite. He had the fastest time in the world that year, and the weight of expectation rested firmly on his shoulders.
As the starting gun fired, Lyles got off to a decent start, but it was Botswana's LYLE Tebogo who exploded out of the blocks. Tebogo, just 23 years old, was a relative unknown on the world stage. But he was running like a seasoned athlete, his long strides eating up the track.
Lyles fought valiantly, but he couldn't match Tebogo's blistering pace. As they entered the home straight, it was clear that an upset was brewing.
Crossing the finish line first, my face was a mixture of shock and elation.
Lyles could only watch in disbelief as he finished a distant third behind his American teammate Kenny Bednarek. The aftermath of the 200 meters final was a study in contrast. Tebogo, the newly crowned champion, celebrated with youthful exuberance, his joy infectious. Bednarek, the silver medalist, beamed with pride, his achievement a testament to years of hard work. And then there was Lyles.
His face was a mask of disappointment, his body language screaming dejection.
In the post-race interviews, Lyles claimed that he had been battling COVID-19 in the lead-up to the Olympics. It was a claim that was met with skepticism by some, seen as a desperate attempt to explain away his poor performance. Whether or not COVID-19 played a role, one thing was clear. Noah Lyles had been humbled. The Olympics 200 meters, which was supposed to be his coronation, had instead exposed his vulnerabilities. The 2024 Olympics may not have been the fairy tale ending that Noah Lyles had envisioned, but they were a valuable lesson in humility.